Hi guys, myself Ankita. In this video, we shall see another problem on LeetCode. Student attendance record 1. You are given a string as representing an attendance record for a student where each character signifies whether the student was absent, late, or present on that day. The record only contains three following characters. So, absent, late, present, ALP, respectively. The student is eligible for an attendance award if they meet both of the following criteria. So what their eligibility criteria is, the student was absent for strictly fewer than 2 days in total, and student was never late for more than for 3 or more than 3 days. So return true if the student is eligible for attendance reward or false otherwise. So what they mean is, let's say student record is represented by some string which contains three letters, three characters. So P represents present, L represents late, represents absent. So if the student has made has been absent for greater than or equal to 3 days, then he is not eligible for attendance award. He is eligible for attendance award only if he is absent for fewer than 2 days in total. That means less than 2 days. Either he can be absent for 0 or 1 day, not more than that. If he is absent for 2 or more than 2 days, then he is not eligible for attendance award. One more condition is, either this condition or another condition will be, he should be never late for 3 or more than 3 consecutive days. That means he can be absent for, he can be late for the class for 1 day, 2 day, that is okay. But if he is late for the class for 3 or more than 3 days, then he is not eligible for the attendance award. So these are the two conditions. So that means, first let's say when he is not eligible for the attendance award, strictly fewer than 2 days in total means if A absent is let's say A represented by A greater than or equal to 2, then he is not eligible. Another case, if it is late more than 3 days, 3 or more than 3 days, he is not eligible. These are the two conditions. Either one of these can be true, or if both also can be true. We can be absent for 2 days, also late for 3 days, more than 3 days. Or if he is absent for just 2 or more than 2 days, then he is not eligible. Or if he is just late for the class for 3 or more than 3 days, then also he is not eligible. So strictly you can see these are the conditions. So how do we implement the question problem? So first we will take an example. Okay, P P L L A L L L. So if you see one thing is, he's been present for 2 days, he's been late for 2 days, but this eligibility criteria meeting the eligibility criteria if he's late for 2 days? Yes. If he's late for the class more than 3 days, 3 or more than 3 days, then only he's not eligible for the attendance award. Then he's absent for 1 day, that is also fine because greater than or equal to 2 we have given condition. Then he is absent late for the class for 3 days, then this criteria has been seen and he is not eligible for the attendance award. That should be the answer. So what we do is we iterate over the string. We'll have a variable called absent, int absent equal to 0 and int late also let it be equal to 0. Or you can just mention it with the letter character itself. So starting present, if what if, first we have to check what if the student is absent. If the character is equal to this A, then what should be done? Absent will be incremented, absent plus plus. Along with that, we need to do one more condition that I'll tell you later. Else if character equal to late, then what should be did? Again, late plus plus we have to do. Few more conditions required. Else will be present. What if he is present? What should be did? So that I'll tell you. So one thing we could see, for A, for absent, there is no condition like consecutive or anything. Every absent is counted. But when it comes to late, only the consecutive lates are considered. You just cannot tell five, he's been late for the class 5 days. No. The consecutive late days, that should be considered. That is 3. So how do we implement that? For that, what we need to do? So if he is present, then let late, okay, you could see. Here you go. Okay. So again you move further. Then pointer will move here, L. So late plus plus you do. So late will be equal to 1 now. Again you point the pointer here. Late will be equal to 2 now. Okay. Next, present need not be taken into account because if he's present, then it doesn't affect the attendance award condition. Then you move here again, A. Once you get the A, now absent will be incremented. Absent will become 1. Next, again you move here, that will be L. Now, are we doing late plus plus? Is this okay? That will become 3. Is this okay? No, this is not okay. So, how should we handle this case? So, for that, what we'll do is, if character is absent, then late will be initialized to 0 also. Because you could see late till here late was 2. When it comes to this position A, late should be initialized to 0, but absent will be incremented because absent doesn't have any consecutive conditions. But when it comes to late, it should be he should be late for the class for consecutive days, consecutive 3 or more days. That's a main condition. So late will be initialized to 0. And also same thing happens with the present. Let's say after absent he is present or something like that. So for late also, for this also, this else condition belongs to present, right? So late equal to should be initialized to 0 again. So except when he is late, for all other conditions you give late equal to 0. When he is late, just increment the late plus plus. Now one within the loop only we can give the false conditions here. What if absent is greater or equal to 2? Then you return false directly. Similarly here also you have to check if late greater or equal to 3, then also you return false. So these are the conditions. So understood? If after the loop also if this condition doesn't happen, then you return true. That means there is no days where he is breaking the condition. That means let's say present, absent, late. You could say present, nothing will happen. Late will be initialized to 0 only. And we will have here, okay, late. So late and absent. So we start with the pointer. Okay, we start with the pointer. First late. So late should be incremented to 1. Then present. When you encounter present, okay, that consecutiveness is removed. So late will be again initialized to 0. Okay, then again present, late will be 0 itself. Then you move to absent. So absent will be incremented to 1. And late should be initialized to 0. It's 0 only. Then again you move here, late will be incremented to 1. Again you move here, late will be incremented to 2. But each time you have to check for the absent and late. If the condition becomes true anywhere in the loop, then you just stop. If we have present, absent, late. Once you move here, once you move late will be initialized 0. When you come here, absent will be 1. When you come here, absent will be 2. Here you check at this moment, absent greater than equal to 2, yes, it is true. You return false. You need not to check further. Got it? Anything it might be, you need not to check further. So this is the logic behind the problem. So let's just quickly code this. So first what we need to have, okay, int. Let's have two variables. One is absent, initialized to 0, and one other variable called late, initialized to 0. For each character C in S, string S, if C equal to first absent, then what should be done? Absent will be incremented and late should be initialized to 0. And before initializing late to 0, you can check if absent is greater or equal to 2, then you just return false. Else if, what if character is equal to late? Okay, it should be single dot comma because it's a character, not a string. So we'll get an error if you do double in comma. So late should be incremented, and here also you have to check if late is greater or equal to 3 only, consecutive 3, then you have to return false. Another else would be for present, where you just need to reinitialize late to 0 because we need consecutive lates. If after the loop also nothing false condition happens, then you have to return true. That means okay, he is eligible for the award. Yeah, and for Java also same logic, but with the string, what we do is we convert into character array and perform the operation. Otherwise, within the string only, as what string dot character rate of I, that also you could do. It's not a problem. So we'll submit this. Yeah, successfully submitted. If you understood the concept, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll come up with another video in the next session. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.